Will Smith versus Will Smith in Gemini Man.
It's the J. Craig movie review. Movie review. Movie review.
Gemini Man is directed by Ang Lee and stars Will Smith, and you guessed it, Will Smith. It stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who I love, and the baddie, the villain of the movie, is Clive Owens. Now, again, this is directed by Ang Lee. He directed Brokeback Mountain and Life of Pi, the first Hulk movie, and a slew of other movies. I don't believe Ang Lee has stepped into the sci-fi realm. I think this might be his first take at it. However, this isn't really a sci-fi movie. It does have some sci-fi elements that kind of puts it in that genre, but it's really just straight up an action movie. Will Smith stars as an aging veteran, and he's retiring from the assassin world. Well, we all know that when you retire from that kind of agency, you're not going to go away quietly, nor are they going to let you just walk away. So he soon finds himself targeted and being followed by someone that's oddly familiar because it looks like Will Smith. So now he's in a fight for his life because he's battling himself, and he's kind of like the perfect soldier where he's got a perfect record, he's awesome, and now he's fighting himself. So it's a pretty cool movie in that regard. I think this movie is simply okay. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It's very serviceable. I actually expected more from Ang Lee. It just doesn't feel like an Ang Lee movie. This could have been not that I could have directed this movie, but anybody could have had their name on this movie and it would have been fine. It didn't feel like an Ang Lee movie. Ang Lee has a certain presence that I was expecting that just didn't really come out to me. I thought Will Smith did a great job. He's playing two different roles. He's got the younger version, he's got the older version, so he does a great job of double dipping on the doppelganger aspect, and I thought he did a great job. Mary Elizabeth Winstead does a great job as a somewhat partner at one point. However, I feel that her character knew an awful lot about John Wick movement when it comes to battles and fighting that I just wasn't expecting from her character. It just kind of came out of nowhere. So I was a little off by that. I also thought, again, it could have been done a little bit more with the whole doppelganger thing and fighting against your own, your own self. I think there could have been done more. There could have been more done with that. But again, it's a little bit more kind of just on the surface level, and it's, again, passable. There is a lot of de-aging in this movie because obviously you have a younger version, a 20-ish year old Will Smith. Now, when you look at a digital creation, a digital aging character like Princess Leia, Grand Moff Tarkin, Hank Pym, even the Irishman from Martin Scorsese, when you look at these characters with the de-aging process for long enough, you can see it's not that person. You know by the movement of their mouth, it's artificial. It looks good, but it just looks artificial. The more you look at it, the more you see it. There are certain angles that you see from Will Smith. Oh, that looks just like younger Will Smith. And there's other angles where you're like, no, it doesn't really look like him anymore. So it's weird, but it kind of takes you out of the movie a little bit from time to time. And I will say one thing I was really disappointed with was the action regarding or involving this digital de-age character. When Will Smith is fighting himself, in a way, it looks like he's fighting a digital character. He looks like he's fighting an artificial character. And it just really looks bad. And even movements from the artificial character, when he's doing his parkour and stuff like that, it just looks fake. So that takes me out of the movie, but not enough for me to hate it. I mean, it is de-aging, so I understand it. It's not like, oh, well, it's not really him. Well, I know that. So I deal with it, but it just was a little off-putting. Again, fun movie, good action, a really good motorbike chase, which we've seen a lot of them. I think this was done pretty uniquely. It's done with very close streets and very closed off streets in Colombia, and motorbikes as opposed like dirt bikes as opposed to like motorcycles. So it's a little different feel, and I thought it was really good. Again, the action's pretty good when it's not using the DH aspect, and I felt, again, they could have done more with the story, but in the end, it's a straight up action movie. So if you're looking for some good action, Will Smith's always someone that can, please you in the audience. As an audience, he's very, very good typically, and I love Will Smith movies typically, and I thought he's okay. I just thought the movie could have been better. I thought it could have done more with the material they were dealing with here. So, hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow the J. Craig right there. Go see the movie. We'll see you next time.
It's the J. Craig movie review. You watch till the end. Thanks, like, and subscribe.